All right, so this was basically how I got into this trade. This is jelly USDT. And what I did was actually very simple. Simple inducement from the left, inducement to the right. So it's a buy framework. So what I did, I actually ensured that my setup was right here, which was this guy here. I ensured that I saw this, right? And let me just clone this. And also ensured I saw it at the right side. So when you see inducement building up on both sides after a break of structure, you have a very, very high probability trade setup without a sell block, right? You can see there's no sell block here. There's no sell block because price was already mitigated. Now, I'll use my arrow tool to show you, or rather, I'll use my path tool to just show you what I'm saying. Look at this. Can you see? Sweep. And then move. This is one. Left side of your chart after a break of structure. Come back again. Come and see the same thing here. Move like this, like this, like this. Sweep. Liquidity. Then move. Right? So basically, that was what I did. Now, my entry model, I already knew that, okay, this was a buy setup. My entry model, immediately I saw price do this. Immediately I saw price rebalance itself from this sell block. I was very excited because I knew for price to buy, must sell. It's a balanced book. You get what I'm saying? It's a balanced book. So for price to buy, it has to sell. It has to take orders first from both sides. So I already saw price selling from here, closing this gap. I said, okay, yeah, it's time to buy. So the next buy I saw was this framework right here. And I knew, okay, yes, it's actually time to buy. I got in around here. So I think I did a 2RR on this trade. Yeah. And immediately you can see, immediately price hit the TP, it's there reversing. This trade is live, I'm showing you. Now, I want to show you another one that is useless. Don't mind the name. Don't mind the name. Useless USDT. P. So my framework is the same. I see a double sweep. I see a liquidity sweep from the left side. I come here. I see another one. Now, when price gets to this supply block right here, the price gets to this supply block, what do? We wait because price is coming to fill orders in order to buy. Remember, for price to buy, it must first sell. So now that we are seeing a supply block, we just simply wait. And forget about that myth that price must buy at demand. It's not always like that. A reaccumulation can happen at supply at any time. You don't move the market. So all you have to do is wait, react. Don't predict. You don't know what is going to happen. Just wait. So when I saw price come here, I knew, okay, there was a supply block here. For price to eventually move up, it needs to clear all the supply. You see these gaps, it must clear everything. Now, I'm already back to my base now. I'm back here. The moment I see this schematic, the moment I see my buy schematic here now, I'm buying straight up. But if it happens that I don't see it, if it happens that I don't see my buy setup here, right? If it happens I don't see my buy setup, I simply leave the trade. I don't take it. I don't stress myself. I don't stress myself. I won't stress myself at all. So I'm waiting patiently for me to get a buy setup somewhere around here. As I get my buy setup, my buy entry, boom, I'm long now. If you see, the market is very efficient now because we have filled all the gaps. We have filled all the gaps that can be filled. We filled everything, right? We filled everything, and the next thing that price wants to do is show a buy setup here for confirmation. But if peradventure we don't get a buy setup here, I leave the trade just like this. I just walk out, jet. No need to stress myself. So price is already, the market is already efficient now. So the next buy from here is going to clear out everything, right? Price will only buy when there is no efficiency, when there is no inefficiency blocking price, when there is no sell block. So the moment supply is already mitigated, and then you now see a counter demand or a counter buy, that means price wants to move to the upside. Now, see a quick example. I think this happened today on BTC. I think this happened on BTC. Look at BTC was already bullish. While the buy framework from here. While the buy framework from here. We sold. Now we sold. Now look at this supply. Look at what I was saying. Look at the supply here. You know your normal SMC now. Look at the supply here. Now, this supply was selling. This supply was what? Selling. Now we sold supply into demand. Supply sold from here. From here. And then we came back into our buy schematic. Look at our buy schematic. Never forget the buy schematic. Look at it. Look at our buy schematic here. The same thing happening here. Look. Bam, bam, bam. Sweep. Test. And then boom. What did price do? Price came back here again to what? Fill all the others to buy. So it's a rebalancing system. Price just does what we call a rebalancing system. Like it's so simple and easy. Right? It's a simple thing. Price will only just come back, rebalance itself. From supply, we're back to demand. So everybody that thought this was going to be its supply trying to sell, what happens to this demand here? What happens here? That's the next question you have to ask yourself, because you can't be selling when momentum is increasing from the buy side. Look at, we have a schematic here, meaning there were new orders injected from here, from this zone, right? There were new orders injected from this zone. So there's no, you don't have any reason to sell below this part, below this point here, right? You don't have any reason to sell below there. So what I will do now to take my next entry on BTC, I'm going to come right here. I'll come here and then look for a buy into my wall. This is where I will now use internal range liquidity, IRL. I'll now use my IRL here. Very simple. I'll come here, wait for the same setup again to appear. This same setup. I wait for this same setup again to appear here. Then I buy. I buy towards the extreme what? Supply. To clear out this old high. So this is how structure works. Basically, it's very simple. You don't have to, it's just a rebalancing mechanism. Supply selling to demand, demand buying to supply. All right. Yeah, that's it.